Hello everyone and welcome to Kalla Productions. My name is Bryce Kalla and today we're going to be making a quiz with Google Drive and Google Forms. And this quiz is going to be a match predictions form for WrestleMania 35. It's coming up this Sunday. Of course, if you're watching this after the fact, you already know who wins, or you maybe don't like wrestling at all and you don't care. But Google Forms are very helpful. My friends like to predict what's going to happen in the matches, so I make these Google Forms for them, and you might want to make Google Forms for your friends for a completely different reason. I'm going to show you how to make a couple of basic questions, set up the form so that it's designed nice and fancy, and then I'm going to give you a bonus round with some HTML hacking. So let's get started. Google Drive, Google Forms, here we go. I'm going to go into WrestleMania and click on the match card so I can see who's going to be fighting. Okay, so this is the first ever WrestleMania headlined by the women, and I'm really excited for this match. I'm going to right-click on their image, and I'm going to click Copy Image Address. I'll show you why in a moment. We've got our untitled form. Every single form needs a name. Let's give it a name up here on the left side. This name is WrestleMania Match Predictions. Grand. And now when I click outside of it, you see it's saving. All changes saved in Drive, and it's named my form here. The form description, well, heck, I can get that from over here. Let's go to the website. This looks like a great description. Click and drag, Command-C to copy, Command-Option arrow back to this page, and form description, Command-V. There we go. We've got a description. Wonderful. The first question is going to be, who's going to win in the winner-takes-all match? All I'm going to do is winner-takes-all match. I can just, why don't we just keep the flow going? Command-C, Command-Option arrow back, Command-V, winner-take-all match. Wonderful. You see this little square with the mountains on it? If I click that, it allows me to upload an image or use a URL. And guess what? We command, back over here, right-click, copy image address. All right? You paste that in there, and voila, we have a beautiful picture to go with our question. And now guess what? Each answer can have its own image. So if you wanted to add an individual image of each fighter, you could. Becky Lynch, we have Ronda Rousey, and we have Charlotte Flair. Now, the people who are filling out this form, I like to give them another option, and that option is no decision/other. Now, I could have clicked add other, and it would give other, and it would allow people to type in their own ideas, but I like to group it into one. It's just easier for me for grading. That's right, after the fact, we can grade this quiz and see who was the best guesser. But now, wait a second. How many points do we assign to this question? How do we assign points? How do we make this a quiz? Well, you can go up to this gear icon, and you see this right here, quizzes. Make this a quiz. Brilliant. You know, whenever you're having issues with software or something on the internet, just read the screen. It's probably there. If it's not, it's a bad design. But Google is doing a really good job of making really good designs. So make this a quiz. Should we release the grades immediately? No, because this is a prediction form, and so we don't know who's going to win. I won't know the answers until after the event. So I'm going to I'm going to click later after manual review. After the event, I can come in and grade everybody's answers, and I can give them feedback if I like, and that's how they'll know how they did. I'm going to let them see all the questions they've missed, and I'm going to let them see the correct answers and the point values. While we're in the options, I'm going to go to presentation. I don't need to show them a progress bar because it's only going to be one page, but if you want to make multiple pages, you can do that. We don't need to shuffle the question order because they're already kind of out of order anyway. This is the main event and I'm listing it first, so who cares? Show link to submit another response? No, because this is going to be one response per person. Confirmation message? You did it! Thank you. Oops, I can't type today. Thank you. Woohoo! Congratulations and good luck. Woo! That's a wrestling reference. Save. All right, one more thing. In the general, we're going to collect email addresses because this is a quiz. So I want to be able to send people their scores. We're going to collect them, and I'm going to give them receipts so they can see. As soon as they submit it, they'll get their answers that they filled out so that while they're watching the show, they can see what they picked and cheer along accordingly. I am not going to have them request it. I'm going to just give it to them automatically. And that means I want them to only submit one response, so I'm going to limit to one response. I'm going to allow them to edit after submitting it, but only up until the show. After that, no can do. I'm not going to give them summary charts and text responses because I don't want them to change their answers based on what everybody else is doing. So I'm just going to leave that blank. Save, and here we go. We have our first question. We have an image. It is a multiple choice. Of course, if you want to do a linear scale or a drop down, you can do that by all means. Please do. You can add a video. You can add a section that will give you a separate section. And you can choose to make a different page out of it. You can add a title and description. There's a lot of fun things to play with here. Now, I want to get people's names. So I'm going to add a question, and it puts it below the first question. These 6 dots turn my cursor into some arrows. I can click and drag to move the question order. So if I wanted this to come first, I could just drag it back up. But I want their name to be at the top because I want to know who's submitting these. Not everybody uses their name in their email, so this is a good option. And watch what Google Forms does. It's a multiple choice question, but if I do name first and last, Smarty Farty over here changes it to a short answer. Wow, I love this thing. I'm going to hit required because I need to know what their name is. I'm also going to hit required on this question because, pick one, I'm going to give them, down here on the left side is an answer key. If I click on that, I can assign a points value. I'm going to say 10 points for this. If you guess it correctly, you're going to win 10 points. So good job for you. And if I knew the answer ahead of time, I could just click this right now. We know it's going to be Becky Lynch. At least I hope it's going to be Becky Lynch. Those of you watching this in the future, you may be smiling, you may be frowning. We'll see what happens. But right now, I don't know who's going to win. So I'm going to uncheck that and go back to edit question. Now, to add all of the other matches, which there are far too many, all I have to do is hit this duplicate. And this little icon here, this is the duplicate. Now we have 2 of the same question, but all I have to do is just edit the title. This is the WWE Championship match. And then the image, I'm going to, as I did before, right click on the image, copy image address, go back here to this options here, change the image by URL, Command V to paste, and now we have the new match. Great, brilliant. And this is Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. And there is no third person, so I can just click the X here to remove an option. And now we already have the 10 points assigned, and we're ready to keep adding. Now it's time for the bonus round. Ding, 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 ding. I want to design this form to look a little bit more like WrestleMania's branding. You see they have a lot of this red and fire in the city. I have a trick for you. I'm going to go up to this WrestleMania thing and click on that. They have this brilliant header here. You see it's a long and thin header. It's got some of their superstars on there. And you see up here, we have this long and thin purple bar. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Of course you are. You're smarty farty. So I'm going to right click. Ooh, this is only for Google Chrome users. If you are not using Google Chrome, please do so. It is a great browser. If you right click on anything on any website, you can click this inspect. And voila, you get the HTML code. As I hover over each line of code, it selects that thing on the page. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because if I just clicked Save Image, if I right-click on Save Image As, before I do that, I'm going to open the image in a new tab and show you what happens. That's not the image I wanted. That's just the WrestleMania logo. I want this one. Right-click. There's no Save Image As. What's going on? It's embedded into the HTML, which is why I'm clicking Inspect. And I'm going in here and I'm looking through the code. I'm looking for some sort of an image link. And you see this picture title, WrestleMania picture title. If I do this little arrow down and I hover over that looks familiar. Now I can't click on this link though. Simple, easy peasy. I'm going to click and drag to copy. Do not include this 1X. Command C. This /F is actually the direct link. If I go WWE.com and I paste it right here, WWE.com/ whatever that code is, enter, and look at that, the picture we were looking for. Now I can just actually click and drag it onto my desktop. And now I have it on my desktop. I can hit the space bar to preview, and that is exactly the image I wanted. Why did I put it on my desktop? I'll show you. For some reason, if I go into the customize theme and choose image, I do not have a choose by URL option. Now, Google Forms, if you want to work on this, I would love for you to fix that up and get it like the other images on this form. But for now, we're going to upload photos, and we're going to drag that from the desktop and watch what happens. You see all these theme colors over here? These are the standard colors that Google Forms offers you for Google Forms. Now that I'm uploading this image, I'm going to crop it to the size. And you'll note it won't be perfect. They'll crop off their heads and whatnot, but it's going to be close enough. Select image. It's going to think, and then watch these colors. Oh, they changed. What? Google Drive actually analyzes what this image looks like, and it gives you colors appropriate for that image. How cool is that? Now, you can still add a custom color, but right now I can choose to make my theme kind of fit the theme of the image. And so I'm going to go with this grayish color because I'm a fan of the way that looks. And the background color, well, I'm going to keep it a little lighter. Well, we're going to keep it this one. You can change the font style to be more decorative. I don't know how to pronounce it. Formal, playful. I'm going to keep it basic. There's not a whole lot of options there. Google Drive, please note, you can fix that as well. But for now, that's what the form looks like. We have an email address. We have a first name, last name. We have 2 matches to choose from, which are set to 10 points each. And we have a custom design. If I now close the theme options and I click this preview, this is what people will see when they go to fill out the form. Isn't that just wonderful? Now, if I was to fill this out right now and hit submit, it would tell me the exact thing that we wrote, which was, you did it. Thank you. Woohoo. Congratulations and good luck. Woo. That's what they would see if they filled out the form. And that is Google Forms in a nutshell, or in a wrestling ring, whatever. You can use this form to do your own predictions for any sport or any game or any live event or really anything. You could use these forms to make a quiz for actual students if you're an actual teacher, or you can just make them for yourself. I don't care what you do. All I care is that you have a great time doing it. So that's making a Google form. All I need to do now is click the send button, this little link here. I'm going to shorten the URL. I'm going to copy that, and anybody with that link will be able to fill out this form at their heart's desire. So there you go. Google Forms. What do you think? Is this how you make Google Forms? Did you learn something new? Do you want to learn something more? Please leave a comment in the comments below, and please subscribe so that you can see what it looks like when we grade this quiz after WrestleMania. Until next time, thanks for watching, and have a great, great day.